Have you ever sat down to create your course and realized you're not sure what to say, how to structure it, or how to turn your ideas into actual lessons? After testing different AI workflows, I found a much faster way to go from idea to finished lessons without getting stuck. In this video, I will show you the exact step-by-step workflow for creating your course lessons using AI. From my last video, you saw you can use AI to create your course outline. And here's a 4-step process that I use, from outline to expanded lessons to record, edit inside Descript, and upload into Thinkific. If these are the kind of videos you're looking to learn more about, like and hit the subscribe button and support my channel. Here is the 4-step process that I use. AI outline to expanded lesson scripts, record and edit, and upload. Step 1, expand your outline. Once you ask AI to generate an outline, you do want to prompt it very specific and make sure they have the context of who your target audience is and what your topic is, and make sure that you apply a human lens to reviewing the AI outline. The first thing is we're going to prompt Gemini and give as much context as possible, because the more Gemini knows about who I'm trying to teach and what I'm trying to build, they can better help me in this project. And let's assume that I want to teach a course on AI for beginner course creators. I'll say, hey Gemini, I am building a course targeted towards course creators such as coaches, consultants, and business owners who want to scale time using training to reach a broader audience. And they're new to AI. Can you build me a course outline? And don't worry about the spelling. AI is very good at detecting with mistakes in spelling what you're trying to say. So that's our first step, is ask AI to build us a course outline. And then go submit and watch AI work its magic. Your first output is not always going to be perfect, because as a human being, you don't always know on the first try what you're trying to do, but the more results it gives you, the more you're like, oh, that's not what I want, but this is what I want. My recommendation and what I've been taught is that after the first iteration, if you can spend some time reflecting and reading and brainstorming, and then reviewing it and seeing what you would change, what you would tweak, and then go back to AI and give it a bunch of edits, this will save you frustration when AI decides to go off the deep end, because you've given them so many changes they can't keep up. Now they've given me a course outline, a structure for 6 modules. Now I don't know if I'm going to go with 6 modules for my first course. I want to go for a mini course and these specific topics. Then I'm going to refine this, ask Gemini about some of the topics that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't tell AI that. I want to be a little bit more specific and say, I want the course outline to focus on 3 modules. 1, all about AI and how to use it effectively in your business. 2, what are the different AI tools that you can use. And 3, how to use and then how to prompt AI effectively without losing your mind. So those are the 3 topics that I want to cover, because this is an outline, but they don't know what I want to talk about. So now let's take a look at version 2. The more you play with AI, the more you get comfortable prompting and seeing the results with different tools, the more it will really work for you. It's not perfect, and I always recommend that even after you create an outline, please go and review it with a human being, because AI can make mistakes. It says here Gemini is AI and can make mistakes. And so they've revamped the 3 modules based on what I gave them. And so they gave me the foundations, the creator toolkit, talking about different AI tools, what it can do, what it cannot do, and then how to master the human AI conversation. They went from a initial 6 module outline to now a 3 module outline, which is what I was going for. And now I can say, great, can you expand module 1 topics and add that AI isn't going away, and use it to your advantage to help you and not to replace you. That is a topic that I would like to cover in this potential course, and there I go. I have asked Gemini to refine this a little bit more for me, And that module 1 is the invisible assistant, the AI landscape. They've expanded it, and so they've given me lesson 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4, and 1.5. So I love the way that AI has expanded this module 1 to now give me 5 lessons, and they've organized it into hierarchy of lesson numbers. So 1, 2, 3 to 5. And after I've done that, I can say module 2, I can expand this some more, and you can see that they changed the title a little bit more, AI Foundations for the Modern Expert, instead of AI Foundations for Business Owners. So that's where you need to be careful with AI. They've changed the module title, and if I don't want them to change the module title, I can say go back and change the module title to the original. So I say, can you give me module 1 in a copy and paste into Google Docs format? This way that I can just see it very cleanly and neatly without all the different notes and stuff. Let's see what Gemini comes up with. It will take some time, so be a little bit patient depending on the one that you're using. Now they've given it to me all in a copy and paste, and if I want, they can give me this summary table that I can export to Google Sheets. I'm going to review this and decide whether this is the right direction or make some changes. Step 2, start structuring the outline. This is where Descript makes it really easy to generate the scripts, create your layout, even generate AI video or AI voice for you, and just help you to build your actual course. The whole idea is this is helping you scale your time, saving, because with this, you're not thinking so much about the minutia of how to build it, what it should look like. You're letting AI assist you as a second brain. Let's open up a new project in Descript and follow along. What I'm going to do is what I'm going to do is pull up the first script in my Gemini AI outline and ask Underlord to create the talking points and script for this first lesson for me. So look for the outline. Lesson 1.1 is all about the reality check. AI is your new utility. Now, let's take this lesson 1.1 and ask Descript's Underlord AI to generate the script for us and to see how it sounds. Now, we'll say this is where it's really important when you're asking Underlord to create this script for you is to give it a little context about your style of talking. I don't want Underlord to just generate a script. I wanted to say generate in the style of Jean, who is very laid back, who is casual, who's easygoing. Just that kind of details can refine the output so that it's really more accurate rather than letting you go down the rabbit hole of prompting AI and saying that's not right and this is what I want. Let's go ahead and ask Underlord to assist us. So we'll say, I am ready for you to write my first course lesson script. My audience is targeting course creators, coaches, and consultants. And my tone is very easygoing, tech educator, West Coast, Northern California vibe tone, and this is my bullet points for the first lesson. So then I try to give them the context. So I always set up the context and then I give them the bullet points for the lesson video script that I want them to record, and then I'm ready to go submit. And so this is where it's really effective, because now instead of before you were writing scripts and trying to have a hook, now they will write the lesson script for you in this tone, which is really important because I said I want it conversational, easygoing, West Coast, NorCal educator tone. They've given me the hook and the intro, and they're going to even assign the AI voice if I want, and I can preview these AI voices to see if I like any of them, or maybe I'm just not sure I'm going to pick an AI voice yet, but I'm just going to write it out, and that's totally fine too. And I can say, just write the script for me now so I can review before choosing the AI voice. Because the one thing I always say, if you use text to speech, any of the AI voices will generate and use AI credits. So you do want to be intentional about using AI voice, because sometimes it's not really the quite exact match. My recommendation is to ask Descript's Underlord AI to help you generate the script and put it into the first scene, first lesson, but don't use the AI voice yet, because you want to review the script to make sure it really sounds like you, and maybe there's some more nuances in style that you want it to get before you assign the AI voice. Once you have assigned the AI voice, it does use AI credits. So depending on the plan you are, you may not want to blow all of your AI credits right off the bat. You might review it and read it and you're like, I'm not comfortable with AI voice, and so I am going to record this. So if you're not comfortable with AI voice yet, until you have the personality and voice choice that you like. But otherwise, here is the first script, and it's generated a 4 to 5 minute script for this first one. They've given me a lot to work with, and so here's where I can reread it and cut out sections or go back to Underlord and say, that's not quite the hook that I want, and yeah. And then ask Underlord to refine it. If, let's say, this is the final script that you're okay with, and now you're ready to build the actual slide and video, what you can do is Descript Underlord has already given you like a guide here and a template, and so you can either generate media using AI video, you can decide to add another layer, so maybe you want to add some images or music on top of this, but the layout is really what's key, because this is going to help you structure the actual course that you're going to build. And so they give you a lot of different layouts. So if camera layout is just me talking on camera, zoom if I wanted to really zoom in on me, and then screen, this would be a great if you want to have your recording bubble in the corner while you're talking over the slides, that is an option. And so let's just use this screen layout for this first slide, because what we're going to do is to ask the AI to set this up for us so that we have a layout to go with. So this is where I can add my photo. I can look for my project files. Let me see if I have anything. I have a picture, so I can use a picture from my computer, and they can replace my picture. And so I don't have to take a picture, I can use an existing picture. And then I can build this slide deck, and I can say, look for some stock media. And so this is where it will be really crucial for me to decide if I'm going to have a stock video for the entire lesson and just have a voiceover narration, or if I'm just going to create AI video. But this is just the first start. So I can look for, I don't know, AI reality, and I can look for videos. They can give me background. So there's a lot of options. Let's just say I use this mixed reality, and what I can do then is ask Underlord to add some text, and then my first slide once I ask, so this is my background, and then now I can say to Underlord, put a title and bullet points for this first lesson on the scene. So now, instead of me doing it, I've instructed Underlord to assist me and give me a title and put the title here as well as bullet points. And they're going to customize this. And now what they've done is they've given me this background. So I can then go with this style. AI has given me the first lesson title as well as bullet points. And then I can review it and see if I like it or not. And if I don't like the background, I can change the background color to orange. I don't know if orange looks great. But you can play around with different colors. Black is probably easy because it goes well with white text. And we can then add some images by going to we can look at media and look for images. Let's just say like robot. You can look for a robot image. Maybe we can find something interesting. So now we can add this to our slide if we want. So they're going to add this, and then we'll have to customize this. And we'll just put it here or something, just for fun. It's just demo. And then we'll move this down. Let me tweak this a little bit. There. So now, if you're just using AI, you have your first slide, and now Underlord has done an amazing job of giving me lots of ideas. I can add images, I can add backgrounds, and they've given me the title as well as bullet points to put on the slide. Now, I wasn't very specific with Underlord, so I could say shorten these bullet points so that it is more readable. So initially these were sentences taken from my script, and now I want Underlord to rewrite these bullet points so that they're not like just word for word sentences. I want them to be more detailed. So now they've updated it, and they're asking me, do I want to shorten it, or do I want to make it more punchy, whatever. AI is just throwing out ideas, and it's up to you to say yes or no and to give AI guardrails. And now we've built this entire lesson, we've built the slide deck, and if we're ready to go ahead, we can go ahead onto our next scene and then rinse and repeat this for the rest of the 4 remaining lessons in Module 1. Once you're done using Underlord to help you write, script, and record the 5 lessons in your course, what you then want to do is click on Export. And this is where it will be really effective to batch export. So if you're going to batch export locally, you can batch export to a Google Drive, because that has to be done on the web. But let's just say we're going to batch export it locally, and then we can choose our composition. Now, let's just say this is your final course and you're ready to export all this, and you are not going to manually do it one by one because that takes too long, and time is money and you don't want to waste your time. And so what you can do is go to export, and then we're going to choose local export. But here's the trick: we're not just going to export this as one video. What we're going to do is export these current scenes. And if you want to batch export all of these lessons as individual videos, because that is more of a ideal user experience, you're going to have to upgrade to a bigger plan so that you can do batch export. If you had to export these 10 lessons if you had to export these 10 video lessons individually, it would take too much time. You can upgrade to batch all of these individual scenes in one click, and then you just click export and it will be on your computer. So once it's done exporting, now you're ready to upload this into Thinkific, and that will be the final step of this workflow, is to put it into Thinkific. And if you want to see exactly how I use Descript to create course videos step by step, you can watch this video up here and let me know if you have any feedback or questions. And step 4 is preparing your course lessons to export into your platform. This is where you want to organize your files onto your computer, have it set up in a structure so that you know where Module 1, Module 2, Module 3 are, and the file structure for each video lesson, and export it directly into your platform of choice. I prefer Thinkific or your LMS. Thinkific makes it easy is because they have a video library. And so if all your courses are videos, what you're going to do is click on your video library, and then you're going to click on upload, and you can click on Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive, or wherever your videos live. Now, if I'm looking on my computer, then I can just click on select files and look for any video that I want to upload. And then let's just use this as a sample, and then it's going to upload. And then I have another video. Once they're uploaded, then we'll go into the course to show you how easy it is to just assign the video to this specific lesson, which a VA can help you with, and your course is ready to go. Now our video is uploaded. Let's just go into our course and show you how easy it is. Let's just use this AI for course creators. And let me just create the first module, Module 1. And let's just do the first lesson, which is a lesson 1.1. And then I'm just going to select a video file. Let's just use this Riverside recording as a demo, and then click on draft because I'm not ready yet. I may want to add some text, or I can add a PDF to this lesson, and then rinse and repeat for the next one. And I'll go lesson 1.2. And then again, I can just select a video file and then draft and then click save. And now you can see how easy it is. The most important thing is to upload everything into your video library, and then go into courses, create the chapters and lesson titles, and then assign the videos from your video library to that specific lesson. Now you have a complete workflow from outline to scripts in your course. It is really important to have a good file naming system so that when you're putting this into your LMS, you know exactly where things go, so that you can hand it to a VA and they can assign the videos to different lessons. And if you're interested in giving Thinkific a try, I do have an affiliate link for a 1-month free trial on the Pro plan. Now that I've gone through my 4-step process, what would you say is the hardest for you? And if you are looking to get started with creating your online course using AI, you can opt into the link below for my free AI course creation starter kit. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.